Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new makeup tutorial. Today I thought that I would film how to do this really cool teal golden green smoky eye. I'm not sure what I'm gonna call this look. I was honestly just getting for work and I decided to sit down and film. So I just kind of put something together and I really like the way it turned out. So if you guys are interested in learning how I got this makeup look, then please keep watching. Give it a thumbs up if you do enjoy and subscribe if you want to see more videos. To start this look, I'm going to prep my skin using my Genifique Youth Activating Serum. I seriously love this stuff. Keeps your skin super smooth. It gives you a nice glow from within, and it literally just lets your foundation glide on even smoother on top when you do use this. So I'm just pressing that all into my skin. I'm also going to follow up with my Lancome Visionaire Serum. This is a corrector to go on after the Genifique Serum. This literally just helps kind of shrink those pores, smooth out any fine lines, and it literally leaves your skin feeling like a baby's butt. It's amazing. For my moisturizer, I'm using my Lancome Absolute Precious Sales moisturizer. This is the silky one. This stuff's awesome too. Lately I've been really into anti-aging skincare and just really going in depth with my skincare routine just because I'm terrified of getting wrinkles. So these are the products I've been using a lot lately. Then to cover up any of my dark acne scars that I have, I'm going in with my Lancome Mackie Complete Concealer in the shade Camay. I'm just putting that over those areas, and then I'm going to buff that in with a foundation brush. I really like this concealer because it's super natural, and it does a good job of covering without getting cakey over the skin. To prime my eyelids, I'm using my Lancome La Bosse Primer. I seriously love this stuff. It lets the eyeshadow glide on super smooth, and it just creates a nice base for everything to go onto. I'm going to use tape, and I'm going to line that with my nose towards the end of my eyebrow so that the eyeshadow has a guide. Then I'm going to go in with my Morphe Neutral Warm palette. I'm taking that really nice mid-tone brown shade with my fluffy blending brush. This is the Morphe M504. I'm buffing that all throughout my crease, pressing that up against the tape so that the other eyeshadows have something to blend into. This will be my transition shade, again, just so that there's a guide for the other eyeshadows to blend into. To follow up, I'm going to go in with my Makeup Geek High Tea eyeshadow. This is a green with brown undertones, and I'm just placing that deeper in my crease just below where I placed the brown shade. This is going to give the teal shades that I'll place on my eyelids something to blend into. That way it doesn't just go from straight green to brown. It'll create a nice transition. A little bit deeper in my crease, I'm going to go in with the Morphe Nature's Calling eyeshadow. This is like a deep forest green, and I'm placing that just below where I placed the high tea shade. I'm also going to bring that on that outer third of my eyelid, and again I'm just blending this all throughout. Then I'm going to go in with my Estee Lauder eyeshadow in the shade Impulsive Blonde. Guys, this is honestly what made me want to film a look because I saw this eyeshadow and it's so pretty. It's like a very pale champagne gold shade. I'm putting that on that first third of my lid, really packing that on because I want this eye area to be super bright, and I'm also bringing that on my tear duct. Next, I'm going in with Makeup Geek Foiled eyeshadow in the shade Charm. This eyeshadow is beautiful. All of the foiled pigments, they're just super pigmented. But I'm packing that all over my eyelid using my MAC 242. Any synthetic haired brush will do, but you want to make sure you use a synthetic haired brush so that it really deposits all of the pigment on the eyelid and gives you that really sparkly effect. Next, I'm going to go in with my Morphe Smokey palette, and I'm going to take this really green teal shade, and I'm layering that on top of the Charm shade that I just placed. This is going to give it a really nice dual chrome effect. It's also going to add to some of that shine and sparkle and really make the eyes pop. Next, I'm going to go in with some more of the Nature is Calling, and I'm going to pack that on with a more dense brush this time because some of it did fade away, but I just want to make sure I keep it nice and concentrated in that inner V of my eye on the lid and then a little bit up into the crease. To intensify the crease some more, I'm going to go in with Corrupt by Makeup Geek. It's a really deep black shade. With that same dense brush, I'm really going to press that in that inner corner, just in dabbing motions. I'm not sweeping, I'm literally just pressing. And I'm also lining that up against the tape. Again, you just want to press because you don't want this black to move anywhere other than that small V shape, because then it will just be too messy. With a very light hand and a more fluffy brush, I'm just softening up the edges. But again, with a very light hand, you don't want to move that black all over your crease. To highlight that inner tear duct, I'm going to go in with MAC Nylon. I love this as an inner corner highlight. It's a white shade with gold flexes in it. It's so pretty and it blends into that gold shade so nicely. For foundation, I'm mixing my Becca Ultimate Complexion Cream and my Lancome Top Miracle Foundation. I have been loving these two together. I'm buffing that all over my skin using my Sephora Flawless Face Foundation brush. This is one of my favorite foundation brushes. Then to highlight, I'm using my favorite concealer of life lately. This is a Lancome Mackie Complete Concealer. It's in the shade Porcelain. I really like it because it has a pink undertone to it, so it really brightens up that under eye, since it does have, again, that pink shade. I'm also going to bring that down my nose, in between my eyebrows, my chin, using that to really highlight that center part of my face. And whenever I do like smoky looks, I really like to make the highlight nice and bright. Then I'm going to buff all of that using my MAC Short Hair Dual Fiber brush. I love this for blending out that concealer. To set that in place, I'm reusing my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder with a powder puff. Buffing that, really pressing that inward. You want to make sure you work from like the outer to the inner part of the eye. That way the concealer doesn't crease. And also by using a powder puff, it really packs on that powder so that it stays nice and highlighted, and it kind of bakes it in place. So I'm just pressing that all over there. And then I'm also going to use some of that Rimmel Stay Matte Powder to highlight under my brow bone, and also to kind of blend the other shadows too. To set the rest of my face, I'm using my Lancome Absolute powder. This powder is amazing. It gives you the most airbrush finish ever, and I'm buffing that in circular motions upwards. But buffing in circular upwards motions, it sets the foundation in a more lifted form, so it doesn't allow it to settle in any fine lines or pores, which gives you the most airbrush finish. And it really just kind of helps everything just come together and blend. For bronzer, I'm using my Makeup Forever bronzer. I believe this is the shade 03, and I'm just using that to warm up the perimeters of my face. To be honest, I only use this bronzer because it was the closest one at hand, but any bronzer will do. I'm not a huge fan of this bronzer. I don't hate it, but I don't know. I wouldn't recommend splurging on it. Then to chisel out my contour some more, I'm going in with my L'Oreal True Match powder in the shade Cocoa, and I'm using a dense MAC 109 brush. I didn't want the contour too harsh. For blush, I'm going in my Morphe blush palette, and I'm just putting that all over my cheeks. I was thinking about this earlier, but could you guys imagine if we wore blush on like our chin and forehead instead of our cheeks? Like, what if it was a thing to just have like bright pink chin and forehead? To highlight, I'm going in with my Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop, the one that Jaclyn Hill came out with. I use this in every single video. I'm sorry, I just love it, and I love Jaclyn Hill, so why not? Then to highlight my lower lash line a little bit more, I'm going to go in with the same Impulsive Blonde shade by Estee Lauder, the one that I placed on my upper lid, and I'm just putting that on that first third of the lower lash line. This is really going to help make the eyes look nice and bright. And then to kind of smoke out the rest of the lower lash line, I'm going in with High Tea and a dense shader brush, and I'm just lightly focusing that on that lower lash line. I'm going to intensify the outer edge with some of the deeper green shade by Morphe, the Nature is Calling, and I'm just going to put that on that outer third. Next, I'm going to prep my lashes for some falsies, so I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. I'm putting a lot amount of that on my upper lashes, but I really want to make sure that I focus that on the lower lashes. Then I'm going to pop on my falsies. These are the Kiss number 11 lashes. They're very wispy and full. They have a good amount of length to them. I really like these because they're dramatic without being too over the top. Then for my lips, I'm using Soar by MAC to line them. I love this lip liner because it literally goes with every lipstick. I'm sorry I use this in every video, but it's one of my favorites. Then I'm going to take Teddy by MAC, and I'm just going to put that all over my lips. And there you have it. This is a completed look. I hope that you all enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. I love you all, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. Mwah.